Mark, just obviously that ninth end got away from you there, just on he couldn't bury it, and he got the opportunity. That was a turning point.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, I wouldn't say it's just that shot. We left a few shots on the table through the whole game. We battled to get back in it, and we kind of went all or nothing in that ninth end to really force or try to get a steal. And my last one, too heavy and not good enough.
A lot of positives to be taken again in a season full of them from this event. I know it doesn't feel like it right now, but obviously in good position to get into those trials and more steps taken for our team.
Yeah, it's one positive, I guess. I'm pretty disappointed right now. We left a lot on the table today, and we really wanted to win this event.
Right. Now, though, obviously the focus turns to the rest of the season. Brad's going to be back, obviously. He'll be back sweeping, maybe, I guess. Who knows?
Yeah, no, I'll be sweeping for sure. It's back to normal, or from what I know, we'll find out when we get to the Sioux in a couple days, and hopefully everything's back to the way it was. And
obviously still in the back of your minds, everybody is to get a chance to win that Purple Heart and play on home ice at the Tim Hortons Brier.
Yes, when we sit down at the beginning of the year, that's the big one that's circled on the calendar. We don't get the chance to play in the Brier at home. We've never, and this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, chance to show the province and the city off to all curling fans, and a chance to show what we're made of in the biggest event in Canadian curling.
Dude, you're going to the trials and you're going to Vegas. Two pretty big perks. How do you feel?
Unbelievable. It was it was a insane week. It's in my opinion, other than maybe the trials, it's the hardest event we'll ever probably play in. So exhausted, but super pumped for obviously the trials next year. But more recently here, Vegas.
This is just such a roller coaster week for you guys. Obviously, there was a couple games that got away from you that you probably thought you should have won, and then you come out in here and you guys were just nails tough when you needed to be.
Yeah, exactly. Again, it's one of those things, you can't get too high after wins and not too low after losses. There was a couple games, like you said, that got away from us, and maybe a game or two that we probably shouldn't have won. So that's curling, that's how it works. And, we played well all week, and obviously you need some breaks to go your ways too, so we got that as well.
Reid makes that run back in 9, and that just obviously, in essence, won the game for you. And that's the kind of shot you want to put in his hands in a clutch time, isn't it?
Absolutely. Obviously he made the 1 for 3, but that shot there ensured that we were going to have a shot, basically to win the game in the 9th end. So he makes that one, and then it was just a matter of executing on the second, and as you see, we were pretty pumped up after that one.
You got quite a year ahead of you, obviously, getting ready for those trials. Just what's the thought process now, or haven't even had a chance to kind of process what that's like?
Well, when we put this team together, after our first year, we had a pretty good year, but we qualified in a few slams, nothing too serious. But we sat down after that and we said, if we legitimately want to go to the Olympics, we got to win a big event. We won a slam at the end of last year, and now we're 1 year out from the trials, and we won the biggest event there is against pretty much, I can't see the field being much different. There'll be a couple more teams, I think, but so I think we're right where we want to be heading into Ottawa next year, and obviously we've got a lot of room to improve still, and that's the beauty of it.
So many things must be going through your mind right now, but that's got to be, as a skip, might be your biggest win of your career.
Yeah, definitely as a skip. Winning the provincials was really big, but with this field, oh man, tough field. I'm ecstatic. I'm almost speechless, to be honest.
That game obviously had a lot of swerves and curves here and there, but you made big shots when you needed them, and that's key in a game like that. When you get an opportunity, you got to take advantage.
Yeah, for sure. Playing a team like that's ranked first on CTRS for a reason. They've been very, very consistent, the most consistent team all season long. So for us, coming to this game, I think he's even got me the last 3 times we've played. So we knew we had to play really good, and it was just one big shot that changed the game. Otherwise, it could have gone either way.
You had to think about this game all day today. Was it on your mind? How did you manage to escape it, or what did you do to prepare it today?
I took it easy. It was nice that it was Sunday because there was a little Sunday football on, so I got to be distracted a little bit. Watched a bit of the girls' game, watched to see what the ice is doing, but the bigger thing I think is a little bit of an advantage. We got to play yesterday, whereas they didn't. So getting back into the rhythm of things is not something that's all that easy, so I think that might have played a little bit of a factor in this one.
You got a year to think about the trials now, and what's the thought process as you start focusing on that?
Yeah, just get better. You know, we didn't run through this thing undefeated, so there's always ways to improve. So we'll have to sit down with coach and talk about some of the things we did right for a little while, and then work at some of the things that we could do better.
I know the first reaction of the team was not the trials, but it was Vegas. I mean, you've heard people talk about those Vegas trips for the World Financial Group Continental Cup. Just what are your thoughts on getting a chance to participate?
Yeah, so this will be my third Continental Cup. I've had a blast each time I've gone. For us, we were already well on our way, I guess, to earning our trial spot with the season we've had, and Gush is very much in the same boat. So I think for both teams, it wasn't really all about the trial spot. It was more about the extra little bit of money and a trip to Vegas to play as Team North America. So for my team that's never had that international experience, this is, I can't ask for a better thing.